And welcome to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is a beautiful day outside today, and it's Thursday.
I thought it was gross.
You thought it was gross? It's beautiful outside today.
Is it? Why do you say that?
I don't know. I love this kind of weather. I love the
I'm not
overcast.
a fan.
You're not a fan of the overcast?
Nope. But, hey, teach his own. You do you.
Your ancestry spawned in a different area than mine did.
I believe they did.
Where do you think you're from?
I have some Irish in me, and some not German, but Scottish. You know, I'm Scottish Irish.
Yeah, well, that's this kind of weather.
I don't like it.
I like it.
I have transformed into someone else.
Yeah, okay.
How about
You
that?
transplanted.
I was transplanted.
Yeah, you're like you've been.
I was actually birthed in
You
Little
were
Rock.
grafted. You know what grafting is, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't need to explain it then.
No, I don't.
All right.
I mean, I don't need you to explain it to me, but
Okay.
I don't know if anybody listening might want you to.
Well, it's when you take a twig from another tree, and you put it into a different tree, and it grafts into.
It's kind of like taking skin from another part of your body.
Yeah.
That's what I equated
Grafting
it
is the
to.
same
Of
thing,
course, was we used to in the OR, like there was a machine that would shave off the top part of your skin enough to put it onto another area.
And whose skin would you shave off?
Well, the patient, whoever had a burn or something, something that needed to be like it was exposed. So you had to graft skin and.
Where would you usually generally get that skin?
Thigh.
Thigh. Mm-hmm. Thigh skin.
Because it's big and it's it's
yeah. And then do you let that after you graft or you slice that skin off? Do you just let it bleed or do you?
Yeah, you want it to bleed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it can graft it.
Yeah. And then you put a Band-Aid on top of it, or
I don't remember, Dan. Good grief! You're being very technical about it.
I'm technical.
Do you think these people care?
I think so. They want depth.
They might.
They want deep descriptions of everything.
Do you really care?
Yeah.
That's the question.
I could say yes, but I don't really.
think you do.
No.
I think you're just leading me down a road.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I'm used to going down the road by myself. I'm quite okay with it.
You can be as loud as you want to when you're on the road by yourself.
Yes, you can.
You can crank that music up.
Yes, you can. You can sing as off pitch as you want, and nobody cares.
And you think you're on stage.
People probably think I'm pretty weird because I'm driving down there. No, I'm
you
not.
got to hold your fist like that?
That's my mic.
Oh, that's your mic. Oh.
Yeah, I got to have a mic.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Our guests did not change on Facebook, so I will fix that.
Okay.
So silly people.
Well, while you're doing that, I could kind of explain the weather in a meteorological way. Oh, today's going to be slightly wet, I would assume. Chance of rain, thunderstorms before noon, then slightly. There could be some rain in the afternoon, too.
I did not realize it was going to rain today.
I know.
I don't recall reading that yesterday.
I'm not sure what weather forecast we pull our stuff from.
Yeah.
Day by day, but sometimes it's a mixed bag.
Well, it's National Weather Service, so I don't know. I'd rather have someplace right here that'll give me the weather right here.
Yeah. Of course, there was going to be patchy fog, and it's going to run up till about 2:00 this afternoon.
Which prompts me again to the whole fog issue. I had someone message me and said, "Thank you for your PSA for turning your lights on in the fog." And this morning, same deal. I followed a car 45 miles an hour, which through some of it. Right. I mean, I don't need to pass them at 45 on some of this stuff, but I didn't. There was 2 places I can pass coming here, and I didn't do either one because you couldn't see well enough with the oncoming traffic to know if someone didn't have their light. I don't want to be that person that ends up crashing. But,
it is frustrating.
That prompted my PSA again this morning.
And there are some people that drive like after it's dark without their headlights on. Sometimes I guess emergencies happen and something goes out. But please, just be safe and don't think just of yourself. But turn your flashers on. Anything that would help,
Good grief.
Yeah, anyway. Otherwise, mostly cloudy with a temperature today falling around 46 by 5 p.m. So whatever temperature it is right now, it's 56 degrees. It's going to drop down to 46 by 5 this afternoon. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts up to 15 miles per hour. Precipitation probability 20%, mostly cloudy. Low tonight 41, and then Friday a chance of rain between 9 and 11.
Okay.
Cloudy with a high near 47 degrees. East winds about 10 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 30%. And then on Friday night, cloudy with a low around 42. Saturday, partly sunny with a high near 72. No chance of precipitation then. Saturday night, low 30. And then Sunday, what do we have?
Partly cloudy with a high of 45. And then Sunday night, 20% chance of showers moves in with a low of 31. Monday, 50% chance of showers. Now, there's some conflicting, weather forecast at this point about some weather moving in. We'll see how that plays out. But right now, 50% chance of showers possible on Monday with a high of 42. Monday night, rain showers before midnight. Then snow likely on Monday night. Low of 31, and the chance of precip is 80%. Tuesday, a chance of rain and snow, mostly cloudy with a high of 39. Precipitation chances 40%. That lowers to 20% on Tuesday night with a low of 24. Wednesday, again, a chance of rain showers and snow. Mostly cloudy, high of 35, and chance of precipitation.
Yeah, 50%. That's the temperature. You just don't know if it's going to snow or rain or sleet or whatever.
Well, there's several things, I'm not going to hit them all, that are going on this weekend. So it looks like the weather's going to be okay to get, to go enjoy those things. And like a reminder, tomorrow is Bring a Friend Friday at Creekside. But also there's I told someone I would plug this, and it's a yard sale.
You got it down there.
Oh, good for me. I did. Because
I put it there so you wouldn't miss it.
Oh, thank you. American Legion is having a yard sale, and that's on Saturday the 8th from 9 to 4 at the old Honda Polaris building on Main Street. You know where that is? It used to be the old Magnus Buick.
Yeah. Okay,
years ago. I think that's the
That's where the I can't think of it, the center, some relief center. I can't think of the name of it now. Anyway, that's where they're having it.
They'll be there until 4 p.m. or when everything is gone. And this proceeds goes to help the veterans in our area. So go support them. But the American Legion is putting that on.
Yeah.
So.
It's right next to the old Holiday Inn.
Yes.
Not the new one.
Yes, Dan. Wow. We have friends in here. We have some visitors. We have several.
Are they those beetles?
They're elder beetles, people. They are like crazy. Yeah.
Well.
They want in.
They're looking for their, winter home.
Well, it's wet outside. Maybe they're like, we don't want to be wet. We don't want to be wet. We're going to go inside. So they, when that door opens, here they come. I see them all.
This door?
Yeah. They just flutter in here.
Okay.
Some of them walk. Some of them fly. Some of them crawl.
Do any of them have protest signs?
I don't know, Dan. I didn't look that closely.
I think you ought to look.
I think I see some right now. Protest signs coming in. Probably when Beth came in, that's what happened.
Let's protest Beth while
We're
she's here.
We're going to say something to her and ask her if she drugged some in.
Drugged some in. Okay.
Anyway, speaking of that, Beth Kaffenberger will be on to represent the Boone County Library. But
thanks for letting me know that.
Okay, let's move.
You want to do topic to ponder?
Let's do it.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Okay, what one food do you love but you shouldn't eat more than one of?
There are so many foods.
Name one.
I'm chocolate brownies.
Did you have one recently?
I did. Last night at church.
Okay. Did you say you had one, but you wanted two?
Yes, at break time, I really wanted to go eat another one, but I did not. Now, let me tell you, this guy puts coffee in them.
Ooh.
Y'all, coffee is a game changer. I put it in my chocolate icing that my grandma made instead of milk. It's a game changer. Let me just brewed coffee.
Okay.
All right, that's all.
All right. What else? Continue. I just wanted to know.
I don't know. I have to really.
It's probably a dessert. I shouldn't eat desserts. I mean, I can eat desserts.
Maybe a glass of wine.
Oh, there you go. But I don't do that.
No.
I'm not a drinker. Not much of a drinker. Right. I would say it would be like a chocolate chip cookie, one that just came out of the oven. Well, it doesn't have to be all that big, but I don't care how big it is, you eat that one and you want another one.
I was going to say, it's hard to stop.
It's hard. Because
they're so, if you like sweets, you know what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's some people here that don't like sweets.
Yeah.
Kudos to you, because I'm not that person. But
yeah.
But anyway.
Anyway, well, that's our topic to ponder for today. It's pretty simple. We kind of want you to mention what your addiction is.
Pecan pie.
Oh yeah, there's another one.
Mm-hmm.
See, if I just ate one bite, if I told myself just take a taste of it, I would eat one bite, and then I would say, that the rest of that pie sure looks lonely, sitting there with one bite out of it. And as you eat, the pie gets bigger. You notice that the pie gets bigger. So if you eat a small bite, you get another bite, and you're eating more as you go, which is probably the worst thing.
You know, I always feel like I'm lucky when we get a dessert or something and decide to split it or take whatever.
Yeah.
And it's something that I go, I can live without that. You know what I mean? It's not my most wanted taste.
And how long does it take for you to be satisfied with your decision not to? Hours?
Oh, no.
Minutes?
Probably
seconds?
Minutes. Probably minutes, seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, so
it's okay. I'm kind of like that with gravy. I can do without it. I know you love it.
Oh, I love gravy.
Just things like that.
Oh.
We want to know your thoughts.
Yes.
I know we talk about us a lot, but
what one food do you love but shouldn't eat more than one of?
We want to know your thoughts. Pecan pie and brownies and cookies have been what we've come up with so far.
Go to our Facebook page at Around the Table.
And then look, y'all will be interested. Tomorrow we'll kind of hit on that too with the topic to ponder on personal diet. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Round out the week for that.
We'll round out the week for that.
Okay. All right. Go to our Facebook page and let us know what you think.
Yeah.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
At 10:45 today, February the 6th, 1952, the king passed peacefully away in his sleep.
72 years ago, in 1952, Britain's King George VI died. He was succeeded by his daughter Elizabeth II, and that was the announcement from the BBC at that time.
Okay.
I think some people react to it with, gee, well, I'm going to make the best of whatever is left, as opposed to some, unfortunately, who give up.
Back in 1993, 31 years ago today, tennis great Arthur Ashe died of complications from AIDS in New York at the age of 49. Ashe had contracted the AIDS virus through a tainted blood transfusion. Ashe had revealed his disease only the previous April, when he came to believe others would no longer keep it a secret. But in those 10 months, he became a leading spokesperson for the AIDS virus.
You know, the AIDS virus has come a long way with treatment for that, but it was a death sentence basically for people. And this guy didn't even. It was by accident that he contracted it.
Hemophiliacs ended up getting it if they had a bad transfusion like he did.
Right.
Yeah. So that was a sad day. If he had gotten the disease recently, he would have lived a long life.
Yeah.
You don't ever expect to look around and see your neighborhood look like his.
16 years ago today, at least 54 deaths were reported after 2 days of tornadoes that plowed across Mississippi, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Alabama. That woman was giving her view. She was in shock at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor wasn't born to serve as a queen, but when her uncle, King Edward VIII, abdicated to marry an American divorcee, her father had to take the throne, the princess next in line. Her coronation in 1953 became the first major international event broadcast live on TV, a burst of pageantry in post-war Britain that thrust the young queen into a position of privilege.
With my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service
and responsibility.
2 years ago today, Queen Elizabeth II celebrated the 70th anniversary of her ascending to the British throne, an unprecedented reign that made her a symbol of stability in the United Kingdom. CBS News' Roxana Saberi had the details.
I was writing something, and then just all of a sudden, the entire building started shaking, and yeah, I didn't really know what to feel. And I was standing right next to the window, so I was just scared that they might shatter. It went on for 4 or 5 minutes, and it was pretty horrific.
1 year ago today, a powerful 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck Turkey and Syria, toppling thousands of buildings and trapping residents under mounds of rubble. The death toll would eventually be more than 50,000. That student in Beirut, Lebanon, felt the earthquake more than 180 miles away from its epicenter.
Whatever the story, I had only one objective, to get it right. When I failed, it was personally painful, and there was no greater urgency than course correction.
This is a birthday cut. 84 years ago today, retired NBC News correspondent Tom Brokaw was born. He is, here he is speaking about his career. And then the rest are reading.
67 years ago today, drummer Simon Phillips of the rock group Toto was born. The band is best known for the song Africa.
And then 67 years ago today, drummer Simon Phillips of the rock group Toto was born.
No.
Did you just do that one?
Paradise City, Guns N' Roses.
Okay. All right. Let's do the next one. 62 years ago today, singer Axl Rose was born of Guns N' Roses. One of the group's best-known songs is Paradise City.
Paradise City. Also, 58 years ago today, Rick Astley was born. He is best known for his 80s hit, Never Gonna Give You Up. Happy birthday to all of the birthday recipients today. And if today's your birthday, happy birthday to you too.
All right, we're going to take our first break. Up next, we'll have Terry Register and Beth Kaffenberger from the Boone County Library. And they'll be updating us on all the fantastic stuff going on down at the library.
You betcha.
We'll be right back. And welcome back to Around the Table. It is library time.
It is library day.
Yay!
For the month. Always exciting time to have the library on and tell us the plethora of programs and everything else going on at the Boone County Library.
This is the time when they say, we're finished with this project, we're going to tell you about it, but then we've got to go out and start all over.
That's right.
It's a new month.
Oh,
grab that microphone over there.
I'm sorry. No,
we were yapping. Can you pull it towards you, Beth?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a new month.
You're probably...
Well, good morning, ladies. How are y'all today?
We're
Good.
Is that going to be all right?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. I can go down maybe. There.
No.
In my chair.
Hold on a minute.
This is self-serve, people. You come in here, you never know what we're going to do to you, how we're going to get you hooked up and fixed up.
Okay.
And we were visiting.
There we go.
We were visiting a little during the break, and I didn't pay any attention to where the mics were. So here we are.
All right. We were just catching up.
Again. Yes, we were. Right. Yay. So dive in.
Okay, so we have a few things going on this month. We will be closed for President's Day,
which is
February 17th.
Okay.
Yeah. So not this coming Monday, but the following.
Okay.
All right, and then we also have a bake sale coming up on the 14th, which is this coming Friday. So the Friends of the Library are putting on this bake sale, and they are asking, come in early just in case they sell out early in the day. Otherwise, I think tentative hours are 9 to 3.
And that is on Valentine's Day. So you can go get your Valentine, whether that be your kids, your mom, whoever, and get them a nice baked goodie.
That's right.
Okay.
And
is your mom cooking anything?
I think she's going to bake something for it.
Okay. She's always making healthy stuff.
Will.
She does.
Yeah.
So if you get something there, it's going to be extremely healthy. It's going to change your entire life.
Hopefully. You might want to ask them ahead of time. But so we have that. And then along the lines of the Friends of the Library, they are also asking for volunteers. So they have various things that they do for the library. We do take books to homebound people about once or twice a month. They would like volunteers so that we could offer that service again. We only have a few homes that we're going to because we don't have as many volunteers to take. So if we could get more volunteers who'd be willing to drive books around, we could offer that service to more people.
All right.
So we have that, and then also just volunteers for the book sales that are coming up, and also for going through book donations. So along those lines, we are accepting book donations again. If you go to our website, there's a flyer there that gives you the guidelines of what we will accept and what we won't. So don't go and clean out your barn and say, oh, look at all these boxes of books. Let me just drop them off there.
That
More
doesn't
than
work.
likely, they're probably not in the shape that we could sell them.
Okay.
You do what you need to do with them.
Boone County, it's BooneCountyLibrary.org is the website to go to find that out.
Yes. And then we also have passive program going on till about the 15th, or we run out of books, but it's our blind date with a book.
Yes.
So if you want something new, you're not really sure, just come by, and there's little I put 3 descriptions on our books, whether it's like maybe a Western, Texas Ranger, and romance, right? So those are your 3 clues. Would that be the book you'd want to take home?
Yeah.
And children's and young adults is also doing that. So
what a neat idea!
We've got the reading level on there and a quick little description. So
cool.
And that may spark your interest, and you may find some read you never knew existed.
That's
right.
True.
Yeah, I tried to pick a variety of things, so there were some that I thought looked interesting, but
Oh, it's best picks.
Yes. And some you just kind of go down the shelf and you're like, okay, how about this one? Yeah. And then we also have a book display that you could go and look at, and it says read any good books lately. But with a play on red. So all of the books have a red cover on them.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Trying to stick with the
You
whole
bet.
Valentine theme thing. This month also we're excited to have the Boone County Master Gardeners starting their spring season of seminars. A workshop. So they'll be starting February 13th, and they'll go every Thursday. So the last 3 Thursdays of February, and then 3 Thursdays in March as well. at 5:30. The first one they'll be doing seed starting and transplanting seedlings, basic seed saving and propagating, and how to get free plants.
This is a perfect time too, because that's when they're doing this during the season when you need to start doing this right now. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So they're also saying that participants will be entered into a door prize that will be held at the very last class. The more classes you attend, obviously, the more chances you have.
I'm thinking a door prize would be awesome. Would be, we'll come and plant your garden.
That would be nice.
That would be, Okay. No. That could be exciting.
Dreaming.
Yes. And then just a few other adult programs quickly. We have our chess clubs that meet every Saturday at 1. We do have a chess tournament that's coming up on the 15th from 12 to 4:30. They started this last month, and they said they had a decent turnout for the tournament.
Good deal.
You don't have to have any experience, but you do have to be USCF, like part of USCF. Anyway.
So go look that up.
Yeah, they can help you with that though if you have any questions. And then on February 10th, which is this coming Monday, we have a new to Medicare seminar. Hickory Hills Insurance will be coming in, and they'll be coming in once a month to help people with Medicare. February 11th, next Tuesday, we have Heart Healthy Cooking. It is National Heart Health Month, so you want to think about your heart and what are you doing that might be destroying it, or what are you doing that might be helping it.
Yeah,
great.
Obviously,
that's great.
That's what's keeping us alive. So.
Okay,
you betcha.
So my mom will be coming in to do a cooking class, presenting heart healthy recipes. Then we'll have a flower craft the 18th. We have Sandy Moss coming in the end of the month, the 25th, to do an art workshop, promote some of her material as well. And then we want to highlight the 28th of February from 10 to 2 p.m. The Red Cross will be coming in to do a blood drive.
Lots going on.
Lots going on.
If you want to donate blood, you can sign up online, or you can call the number 1-800-RED-CROSS. So lots of things going on, and we hope that you'll join us.
Yeah.
How's the transition from one department to the next? You're doing adult right now. How is that?
It's not been bad.
Yeah. Challenging?
Not too much.
Okay.
I mean, I think when I was planning January programs, I kept thinking of all these children's programs that were like, this would be a good idea.
Do you pass them on to Terry?
But for February, it wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
All right.
Well,
I would say if you got some ideas, let Beth know about them, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Terry, what's on your agenda?
Wow, we are busy this month. We've also got the blind date with a book going on. So stop by and pick up a book there. Our after-school programs, which meet on Thursday. So today, this afternoon at 4 o'clock, we're going to be making yarn love bugs.
Oh,
cute. Yeah. And then on the 13th, February 13th, we're going to do a heart scrape painting. So it's kind of interesting.
Heart scrape.
If that's sparking your interest, I would go.
There you go.
Take your child and find that out.
And then on February 20th, we're going to make some clay creatures. We're going to make them on the 20th. And then the next week, on the 27th, we're going to paint them. So if you need to come on the 20th to create your creature, and then you can paint it the next week.
Gotcha.
So, for our young adults, on the 11th, they're going to do a heart painting on canvas. We're going to paint some hearts. And then on the 18th, we're going to make some steampunk picture frames.
Ooh. Some what?
Steampunk picture frames.
Okay.
That's
now, what would they look like?
Well,
like a lot of different
cogs and
gears
and
on the frame.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
cool. Yeah.
We're gonna do that, and then on the 25th, we're gonna play some board games. Just come back and enjoy and play some games.
Candyland.
Games are good for you.
We don't know. Just some fun games to play.
All right.
So yeah.
Cool.
So we've got all that going
Again,
on.
tell us how to find out more information, how to get the newsletter, yada, yada, yada.
So you can go to our website, boonecountylibrary.org. You can, of course, come through and just pick one up from the library. You can follow us on Facebook. You can also give us a call, 870-741-5913.
More importantly, go in.
Come
Definitely.
in, stop by.
Yeah, pick one up. The adults, we always have a puzzle for prize thing. It's a word scramble this month. So lots of ways to participate, be active in the library. We have a lot of new books coming in as well.
Yes.
So,
who picks those books?
Yeah.
some of the books people request. So if you have a specific book that you're looking for and you really would like it, you can fill out a request, and if possible, they'll buy it for you. Otherwise, just the director She'll go through, pick out a lot of the new ones.
That are
I bet they coordinate with other libraries. Maybe I don't know if they do, but whatever's popular may come in or whatever's.
I think sometimes, at least for me, when I was ordering children's books, I got to know my patrons.
What they might
you kind of know what they're looking for, and you do get a variety. You don't just get one area because that you know, but you pick some from the others. Yeah. But you focus on the things that you know are going to circulate. That's right. The ones that they will be interested in.
That's great. I mean, it's a little more personalized that way.
Yeah,
it is. Trying to
and people can join the Friends of the Library.
Yes, they can.
Can they do it through the library?
Yeah.
Is it $5 a year?
I think so, just for an individual plan, and then you can go up from there, and you can talk to them at the front desk and fill it out there. You could probably even come in.
Stop by on the 14th.
Yes, when you buy some baked goods
and join the Friends.
There you go.
Yeah.
Upselling.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anything else, ladies?
I think that's pretty much covers everything that I.
Just remember, we're closed on President's Day.
Okay.
The 7th.
Yeah.
And we do have our book club, so if you're interested, the evening book club will meet tonight at 5. Well, we've changed the time from 5:30 to 5 o'clock for the evening book club. So. And then noon book club is the 19th, every third Wednesday of the month. Mm-hmm. So.
All right.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
And we're going to schedule you in for next month, and it's going to be jam-packed again.
Yes, it
will. We know it will. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're going to take another break, and when we come back, you'll have more of Dan and Ann right after this. Hey, and welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We're here for at least for another half an hour.
At least.
At least.
At least.
And we may stay later.
Speak for yourself.
You want to do a 3-hour marathon?
No. I don't.
You don't? Gosh,
no.
that was kind of quick.
It's very quick because I'm very much know my answer.
It would be nice if you'd back me up on some of my decisions that I make.
I think you can go ahead and do a 3-hour marathon.
No. By myself?
Yeah.
It'd be a lot better than if you were here, but
Well, I definitely am not showing up now after that insult.
Oh, I don't mean to insult you.
You just did.
I just did. But
man, you just threw me under the bus in a big way.
How's it look from under there?
Very oily. My axle's dragging in my.
My axle's
my
dragging.
My wheels are dragging. My axle's broke. Oh dear me!
Do you hear about this 6-foot mystery ice chunk?
I just got a glimpse of that this morning.
This is weird stuff now. There's been an ice chunk that fell from the sky through some lady's roof, and it crashed through the roof and ended up in her washroom or whatever. Can't remember. It's saying that there's this piece
laundry room.
Yeah, laundry room. A piece of ice junk fell from the sky in Daytona Beach, and the FAA is trying to figure out where it came from, why it's there, those kind of things. The Palm Coast Fire Department posted pictures of a frozen blob that crashed through the roof of a woman's house in Palm Coast, Florida, and smashed up her laundry room. She's fine and nobody was hurt, but the neighbor is a bit spooked. They figure it fell from a plane. Now, what is that big that fell from a plane?
If that kind of ice is on a plane, that it would fall off. Probably that plane might not need to be there.
I don't know. What
know.
Is it? Could be a UFO.
I'd like to see pictures of that.
Yeah.
I'll have to go look that up.
Now that you got to find out now they've got to find out which one, what plane it is, and
what are they going to do?
They're going to have to find out was there a cap that was open that caused the leak, and I guess it freezes that far up. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But stuff like this is weird.
Yep, that's pretty weird. So let's see, falling space junk.
Oh, but
that's another one, which is now a common threat for planes, evidently. In case low-flying military choppers and doors falling off of planes out of the blue weren't enough to spook us people, then some scientists now figure the odds are pretty good that planes will start getting hit by falling space junk. So this lady gets hit with her house gets hit with a big ice chunk, and planes are getting hit with junk.
Yes.
Space junk. With so many private rockets blasting off every day, researchers at the University of British Columbia have calculated a 26% likelihood that uncontrolled space debris, like from SpaceX or whatever, explosion or whatever, could crash through busy airspace and hit a plane. Now that's a lot concerning, actually.
Right. Well, these rockets are supposed to blast off over the ocean, and if there's a problem, the debris falls into the sea.
Yeah.
But apparently some of these may not. But they said there's over 30,000 satellites up there now floating around. You can go to a website and you can see where they're positioned and where they're at all times. But they're just floating up there. Maybe 3,000. I'm not sure.
Things go. How do they have? I guess when they, for whatever, implode or just, how does that happen?
How does what?
Like they pieces.
Well, what they're talking about here, one of Elon's rockets that he had blasted off, it exploded in midair.
Right. Now that I can understand.
And that debris went over a big area.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Interesting.
So there's a Miami Marlins fan sues over bringing a dog to the ball game. Bring your dog to the game seemed like a good idea at the time until a baseball fan slipped on some dog pee. And now they're suing the Miami Marlins for $50,000. The guy says the team didn't think it through when they held the Bark at the Park event last April, and probably should have had mops and buckets handy. The Marlins said that the ticket that day included a legal waiver, but that's not stopping the lawsuit from proceeding. It could mean other terms or other teams who hold similar events might have to curb them the next season.
Wow.
But they did try to cover their butts on this one because there was a disclaimer on the ticket. You know, if you get hurt with your dog being here, then it's on you, not us.
Exactly. Anything else you do like that, you can't go around and sue them.
Well, that's
or get anywhere. You know, we talked about, I think it was yesterday, about the fact that USPS was not going to accept packages from China and Hong Kong. Well, the good news, your Temu and Shein orders will be delivered now again. With the U.S. Postal Service has agreed to take packages from China. The bad news, eventually you'll probably end up paying taxes on all that stuff that comes from there. USPS was confused about the new tariffs on China, specifically a new rule that now charges duty on shipments worth less than $800. Until last week, were exempt from custom fees. But you, as the customer, will definitely pick up those fees.
Yeah, and this is what some people are worried about. The tariffs are going to affect people that buy things from overseas.
Right.
Well, I think we have a choice to either buy those things overseas or buy them here.
Right.
Which I think the focus is we need to support
that's
what's going on here in the country.
You know, and I know you can get cheaper stuff in. I know. We know. Yeah. We know you can get cheap. It can be cheaper in China, but
anyway. That's the way the ball's rolling these days.
I was telling Dan before we came on air today that I'm reading all this stuff on planes and stuff, and I'm flying out next month somewhere, and I'm like, good Lord. And here 2 planes have collided because the Japan plane backed into I don't know if it was Delta flight. But that's
it was on the ground, though.
It was on the ground, but how bizarre would that be that you don't see... I mean, do they not have rear view? I don't know. Maybe they need some backup cameras.
Well,
I don't know.
That's where the what do you call them? The air traffic controllers are supposed to see all that. They see that on the ground. They're looking. That's why they're in that tower, and they've got a 360 around, and they're supposed to be able to warn you of those things.
Do they tell you? Are they short-handed? I know that there have been some firings and getting rid of employees and stuff that I don't know all the ins and outs about that, but I do have to wonder if that's not playing into this somewhat.
Well, I don't know. I would say if you're not qualified to do your job, then you need to look for another job.
I would agree.
So if someone is having a habitual problem understanding what their function is on the job, then they either need to be reprimanded or moved to another department or whatever. Yes.
Don't you wonder if they're short-handed now?
Well, they could be.
That's kind of where my brain went.
Right.
I don't know.
So,
yeah.
We don't know.
Nope. Also, some thieves stole $100,000 worth of, guess what?
Don't know.
Eggs.
Well, that's a good commodity right now.
No kidding. Somebody in Pennsylvania stole 100,000 eggs, to be exact. Police say that cartons were taken from a trailer owned by a farm called Pete and Gary's Organics.
Oh, they were organic eggs, so they're worth a lot more. Oh, my gosh.
Upwards of probably $10 in some places. The estimated value of the loot is about $40,000. Egg prices are up 65% from last year because of the bird flu. Okay. Bird flu, and Department of Agriculture says those prices will be even higher this year. Pennsylvania police are asking people to call if they've got information to shell out. Now, I read something. I didn't research it, but it said that the bird flu whole thing was kind of propaganda.
Well, I think...
that it wasn't as bad or...
Well, they had to kill a bunch of chickens.
I know, but
they had to kill a bunch of laying chickens.
Okay, yeah, they did. But did they? That was what the article was kind of alluding to, and I didn't go read it, but I don't know.
I like to deal with facts. And somebody says, this could be. You got when you're reading articles like that, you need to really look and make sure that they're saying the right thing, and this is proven, instead of saying, he's an idiot or
right.
This is
because that's just your opinion over his then.
Yeah, most of it's opinion based, and you got to get away from the opinion based news.
We need baked. We need not half baked facts, but we need. I don't even know where I was going with that. We need facts. There's people back there.
Oh my gosh, they're invading.
Yeah, they are.
You should probably look at this study. Too much pot can mess with your basic math skills.
I've heard.
You've heard. Listen up, potheads. If you suddenly can't do math, maybe it's time to put that bong away.
Okay.
A new study from the University of Colorado measured the brain activity of younger heavy weed smokers and found it's messed with their working memory. That includes the brain ability to perform basic tasks like solving a math problem, 2 + 2. They found that 2/3 of heavy pot smokers showed reduced brain activity.
My question to that would be, are they less productive for math during being high? Or is it in general that it's like a compounded problem?
I think it is a residual effect.
That's kind of what I'm getting out of that. But
I've got out of when I've talked to people that are potheads, they just want that extra cookie. That extra chocolate chip.
They got the munchies or something,
House
do you
cookie.
think?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to take a break.
All right.
We're going to take our last break for this episode, and we'll be right back with more for you from Around the Table with Dan and Ann. Stick around, stay with us. Straight ahead, we'll be right back. And welcome back to Around the Table.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some weather coming in, so I think we got a small chance of rain tonight. And
it doesn't appear to be raining at this moment.
What we're really excited about, I get excited when there's new weather. Anyway,
really,
the first of the week, it's really unpredictable. We won't know what to expect until it gets here, because we're in that zone of not knowing whether the temperature is going to drop or blast out a hot day or whatever. So we don't know.
Yep.
We're living in the Ozarks, folks.
Yep.
So if you're new to the area,
welcome.
Welcome. welcome.
Hey, drug makers are raising cost again. That should make us all
Where did you have that
cringe.
story?
It was not today.
Oh, okay.
It's the new year, which means the pharmaceutical companies are raising their prices again.
It's ridiculously too high now.
Drug makers plan to raise the cost of about 250 medications this month, including cancer cell therapies, vaccinations, and COVID treatments.
You know what they should do?
That's criminal.
They should focus on diseases that are killing the mass majority of all of us, like heart, kidney, diabetes, those kind of things. Cancer should be at the top of the list, and it should be a requirement to solve these problems first at a low cost, and then once the person is healthy, then you can charge them for maintaining that your health,
but not outrageously so charging them.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
This says the average increase will be about 5%, but it will cover more medications than last year. So there you are.
Yeah, it's frustrating. If you have insurance, it changes from year to year, and you have to stay on top of it. And what you're happy with this year may make you extremely frustrated and mad next year.
Unfortunately, like our deductible is so high to be able to afford the insurance. It's like it's a criminal thing, people.
It's almost to a point where you say, well, I could put that money in a bank, and then
that's what
at the end of the year, if I have a problem, I could pay it off with cash and no deductibles, no copays, no nothing.
No, they've got you sucked in. I can go off on my little.
Should the government get involved with that? Should they regulate that?
Aren't they regulating it now?
They should. They should be. Yeah.
Or I mean, I don't know. I think there's corruption within all of it. So I don't know.
Once you leave the city limits of where you live, and you get into the bigger world, corruption is rampant.
You know, I have had my poor little naive eyes opened very wide in the last, let's say, 5-10 years, but specifically in the last couple of years, how corrupt, because it's being exposed.
It's being
exposed. We ought to be able to see it. I'm going to argue 100%. We ought to be transparent about all that crap.
I want, they're talking about the Doge thing and all the people that are digging into all of these organizations. They're bringing up things that I question. If I had a checklist of all the things that they were paying money on, and if I could say yes or no, I would probably say no to all that. So thank goodness they're in there doing that.
Well, I think so. If you don't have anything to hide, why do we get also
why are you all upset about it?
Freaked out about? Well, and I don't know who y'all is, but anybody who's upset. I mean, I'm not trying to politicize it. I'm just saying, if it's corrupt, then why would you not want it to be exposed and be able to fix it?
Yeah, if somebody came to me and said, "Hey, do you know that the bank that you're banking at is skimming off 10, 15, 20% of the money that
would you not want to
know? I would say, yes, I don't like it. I'm pulling my money out of the bank.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have a choice. They're not giving you a choice a lot of times, and it's just...
But the best thing about it, we all have a choice.
True.
And what I think is if you want to own a hotel in Denver...
Oh, you can do that.
You can do it for $10.
Cheap.
You can do it. If you've ever dreamed of owning your own motel, now's your chance. Well, kinda. According to the Denver Post, a company is selling a local 96-room motel for $10 But there's a huge catch. You've got to agree to renovate it and turn it into housing for people experiencing homelessness. It's not a quick commitment either. The new owner has to agree to keep the building as income-restricted housing for 99 years. We got to have some money before you. That $10 doesn't mean anything.
There you go. Wow. I don't even know where that story was. There it is.
Where it went. Where it went. Mine just went in the trash can.
Hey, do you know what today is? You want to do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do that.
Today is NBA trade deadline.
Oh.
NBA teams have until 3 p.m. Eastern to shore up their teams before the trade deadline kicks in.
Okay.
And it's also Lame Duck Day, commemorating
quack.
the day in 1933 when 20 amendments went into effect. It determined when presidential and congressional terms end, which I wished a lot of them would
change it, and I wish some of them were out of there.
Yeah.
National Frozen Yogurt Day. Go to TCBY and pick you up some.
Ooh.
I mean, that's the only place I know here in town of that sells it. But anyway, National Chopsticks Day. I use chopsticks. Or I try to until I get tired of it. Yeah.
If there's a fork on the end of them, they work great.
National Prayer Breakfast Day. The National Prayer Breakfast will be held this morning at the Capitol. Okay.
NFL Honors Awards, and then also the new season of The Kardashians drops on Hulu, and I will not be watching that show.
Yeah, I'm not.
Hey, have a great day, guys. We'll be back tomorrow.